Good morning, this is Laguna. It's a very, very posh golf course. If you want to own one of the properties around the golf course, you might want to start the bidding at about £4.5 million. Bright sunshine today, so I need a good caddy who's going to park me in the shade and always have my umbrella and basically look after me. There's about 4 tees here to choose from, and I've just noticed they've changed the colours, so better make sure I get on the correct set of tees. I got to show you this car down here. I mean, this is typical Thailand. Have a look at this car. That is a serious wrap. I'm off in about an hour, so I'm hoping to find my caddy and then get to the range and see if I can get rid of the lefts. I think the right hand is creeping under the shaft. So let's go have some fun and try and stay cool. Well, the first hole here is a short par 4 wrapping its way around the first lake. Out of bounds down the left with the driving range that I didn't get to use. It's just after I finished the opening clip, I was back in the locker room with a dose of Buddha's Revenge.
Oh, not good.
Almost made it. Yeah. Sort of like between clubs and just try to hit the wedge hard, which doesn't always work. I did land on the grass, but we're in our first bunker of the day. Now, I can't remember the caddy's name, and I ought to, because she's absolutely delightful. Her English is perfect, and she looked after me all day.
Okay. A little bit up. Okay.
But I think my putting was a little bit off, because I couldn't find the correct line. It was always a tiny bit off. Second here is a par 3. If you miss right, you're in the water, it'll go down the bank. If you miss left, you're in a hollow, which leaves for a very awkward chip.
Okay, we warm up now. Grass grows in. Yeah, so drain's going that way.
I think that up.
So that side.
Yeah, I think it's down.
And a little bit up.
So I'm showing a bit more caddy interaction today.
2 holes? No, just one, okay.
I think it's important for you to see just how much effort we put into trying to get this ball in the hole.
I put it too wide. That was my fault. No, I bad putt.
The third is water right and water left, the other side of the cart path. The line is over that bunker in the middle of the fairway with a 3-wood. And I've tugged it.
Okay,
I've still got the lefts. Not too sure what's going on, whether it's the swing or simply the grip being a little strong.
Left again.
Now I'm behind a 2-ball. There's a gentleman giving his wife a golf lesson.
Okay, long putt.
And they're a tad slow. So as soon as we approached the green, they called us through, and basically this green and the next green, we didn't do any lining up or reading of the putt at all. It was simply, let's get off this green, get on the tee, and then get off the next green. Sometimes being called through is not good for your score. So we go to the par 3, there's water in front and water if you miss right. I just hit this and go, I don't even watch it down. Grab the tee, grab the camera, and off we go. Didn't read the chip, and then basically didn't read the putt. It's a shame I made 2 bogeys. Kind of like messed up the score.
Too hard. Alright, slow down, Simon.
But now that we're through, now we can slow down and see if we can repair the damage. Now this is an either or. You can hit 3 wood here. 3 wood is plenty, especially with water down the right, but I haven't had the driver out yet. So let's give it a go. It's another one of those lefts. Yeah, I'm just not able to hold the face open. I keep shutting it down. Now from here I can see that the green runs away from me and it's down grain. This is about as hard a shot as you can manage with a little gap wedge. And we did run off the other side. So you can see how shiny it is. So from my side it's dark, it's into the grain, and you can see how it pulls up quite quickly, but I'm happy to get a par. Water down the right, OB left, and those bunkers on the left are in my range. So thank goodness I didn't hit another pull. We go right down the alley. Now I know if I go past this flag it's downhill, down grain, and that's why I'm risking a 9-iron as opposed to hitting the correct club, an 8, because I didn't want to go up the back of the green. But I've done even worse. I've hit the grass and you can see the trail as it's rolled back into the bunker. Yeah, I really could have used my 8-iron there. But this kind of like sums up our putting today. That was into the grain for me. Par 5, water right, water left the other side of the cart path, and that big bunker. But as I'm playing forward, that bunker isn't in play. That's another left. The trouble with playing forward is you are then tempted to take on the water for your second shot.
Oh, not very good.
That was low and left and off the toe.
Right off the toe.
And Shot Tracer didn't want to play ball. Now I've got a long bunker shot, and guess what? It's downhill, down grain, and I got that a bit clean. A bit clean indeed.
Okay.
Now on my last trip, the guy who came with me, I could not get him to talk to his caddy. He kind of like just ignored her and did his aim point and stuff. You see how the discussion we're kind of having over this kind of length putt, this uphill and into the grain from my side. And then as soon as it crests, it starts to go down grain. So you have to talk to your caddy. Because if you don't, you're going to be 3-putting everything. If you do, well, you can almost hole it. Par 3, water all the way, and water at the back. And yet another close face. Shot to the left. This is killing me. And yet another downhill, down grain chip. It was a lovely chip. That would have been just fine at home. But I'm not at home.
Very fast.
And we're off the other side. There was just no stopping it. Got a fluffy lie and yeah, just whiffed it. But again, the conversation with the caddy saves the day. The par 5 ninth. It's pretty wide, this is, but there is water all the way down the right.
A little bit right.
We almost pay it a visit.
Put down.
I've run out of drink at this point, so what I'm looking forward to is getting to the drink stop after this hole. Just a 7-iron towards that bunker for position. Kind of like tug it a little bit. This leaves me a wedge in. And then off on the green, I just pick up a 3-footer, call it a par. We get off to the drink stop because, well,
Okay.
I'm absolutely parched. As you can see, it's a hot day. Caddy's been doing her best looking after me with the umbrella, parking me in the shade, giving me a break on every tee just so that I can cool down a bit.
Maybe 2 holes.
So we turn at 5 over. Stop for about 10-12 minutes. Then we're on to the 10th. This is a lovely little par 4. Dogleg to the right. It goes down a funnel. All you've got to do is fade your 3-wood.
Still got left.
Oh God. Got 80 yards. It's just a little pump with a 9-iron. Just under the branch. Close the face so it's gone too far. We're down the bank and onto the cart path. Now if you remember, 2.5 years ago, I did the same thing, and then from this little strip of grass from my free drop off the path, I did this.
Good? Nearly in. Par! We got a par! Fuck me. Gonna make me putt that, are you?
Okay. Look up.
Par. Wow, what a shot.
Well, here we are again. So, what do you think the chances are of me being able to play exactly the same shot to a foot? It's just not possible, is it?
Gimme.
I give you.
Okay.
Par 5 11th. Now I like this from the blue tee, because then you're coming in from the left over the water and over the bunker. It is a fun tee shot from over there.
Yeah. A little left. It's better.
But it does mean that you're a long way away from the green and you can't have a go. I'm having a go with the 5-wood. Green's out of sight over that mound, so it's down to the caddy to
That's how we
give me
play
a
golf.
decent line. And a decent line we get putting for eagle. You don't get many chances in Thailand to putt for eagle, not with the way your drive goes splat.
Oh. Too much. Outside that? Okay, on the right.
Let's go.
Look out. Playing golf.
12 is the shortest par 3. There's 4 bunkers to worry about, but the green is a very large target. There's really not much excuse for missing a green this size with an 8-iron.
Short.
It's funny how the caddies always call for hole in one when you're hitting it down the banner and into the grain. It just kind of like wandered off. It's a bit of a shame. I like getting a 2 for a caddy. Water down the left. Now this is an either or hole as well. With the stand of trees down the right, I've always kind of like shied away and hit the 3-wood.
That's better.
Hey, very good.
And it's very easy to see why, although it does leave you with a longer shot into the green, and it's a raised green. Now from back here it looked like it was on, but it just tumbled off the side. So a very simple chip up, and then a very simple putt.
Stayed there.
Damn, we've given the birdie back almost straight away.
Oh, Simon.
We go onto the par 5, water all the way down the left. That big bunker in the middle is not in play for me from this tee. I'm playing the blues, I've got to worry about it, but from the whites, it's not a bother.
Don't need to watch that one.
Then for the second shot, you got so many choices from 255. I settled on 3 wood. I thought, I'm hitting it well enough. Let's try and get as close as I can. You know, if you're not playing well, then you might just select an iron. I brought the wedge just in case I wanted to chip and run it. I thought, no, it's going to stick. It's going to stick in the grass. I'm far enough back. I can float the sand wedge in. And we got another putt for a bird. Do you know what? I could have made a hell of a score today. Hell of a score.
Yeah.
Now stroke 1. Plenty of room out to the right. OB left. Dead straight hole. I've hit a little block, so it hasn't gone very far because it's landing in the rough.
Okay.
6 iron back up this hill. I thought I might get a flyer, so that's why I chose the 6 over the 5, but no flyer.
Oh.
And I missed the bunker by this much. How'd you miss by 3 inches? But sometimes there is an advantage to having the grass being so sticky it grabs the ball. No way that would have stayed out at home on English grass. I put this length on stroke 1. Well, that's not too hard to take, is it?
Good par.
Yeah, good par on stroke 1. Okay.
Short par 3 again, water on the right. This is just like the second, in that if you bail out left, you go into a hollow, and the chipping out of the hollow is miserable.
Oh, strong man.
You notice the difference this time. My caddy's always got my UV umbrella, and we work very hard over these putts just to get the line and the speed correct. But it doesn't always pay off. Perhaps my eyes aren't over the ball correctly today.
Oh, not enough. Not enough.
Yeah. Just a little bit more speed.
Now the tough 17th, water down the left, trees down the right, and those bunkers are just about on driving distance. The clouds are marching a little bit right to left. And they help me out a yard or 2.
Okay.
Green is out of sight. This time I'm not trusting on a flyer, I'm taking 5.
Yeah, good shot, par. Very good.
Birdie chance.
Another joint effort on the putting, although I gotta give credit to the caddy, because I had it completely wrong.
One more right.
Right or? Left or?
Okay.
Let's go.
Final hole, out of bounds left, which is the other side of the driving range to the first. Plenty of room to the right. Of course, if you bail a bit right, it makes the second shot longer.
Safe.
Now as we've driven down the fairway, I've seen just how many people are on the patio and the open fronted clubhouse. There's 60 to 80 people there, and I was thinking about that rather than hitting this.
Oh, send it. Oh, Simon.
You would think after 5 years of doing YouTube and
Up and
playing
down.
with a camera, you wouldn't get nervous. When there's potentially so many people watching you set up a camera and they're expecting you to be a decent golfer,
Oh,
you'd be surprised how
try and get off the golf hole.
your brain gets completely rattled. Alright, I was downhill, down grain, and I really didn't have much option for stopping it. But I don't think I'll ever get used to an 18th green outside a clubhouse.
I can't believe this.
เราอยู่ไรค่ะ
Right edge.
Yeah, about right edge and how you
Okay. Double.
last one. Many people watching. Thank you. ขอบคุณค่ะ
Thank you very much.
Thank you for coming today.